On Escape to the Country, we're in Dorset on the lookout for a combined home for mum, dad, two lively young boys and their grandparents. Can we find something that gives them both independence and real closeness? These high hopes are presenting me with a big challenge.
I'll have to buy a new mower.
Yes, definitely a ride-on mower, I think is required.
Maybe a tractor.
Travel 15 miles west of central London and you're in the heart of suburban commuter land. Uxbridge is home to around 12,000 people, and although it has its own booming commercial and business centre, most residents here work in the capital.
Standing here today, it's hard to believe that this was once a rural hamlet, nestled amongst fields and woodland.
That was way back in the 17th century. Uxbridge first came to prominence as an important staging post out of London on the road to Oxford. The inns that service more than 80 coaches a day can still be seen.
Then it was horsepower. Today it's manpower. Add in the Piccadilly line, Heathrow Airport, and a couple of motorways, and this staging post has been swallowed up by the city it once served.
But for the three generations of the G family, the ever-quickening pace of urban life is getting too much. Their Sunday lunch is the only oasis of calm they have for each other in the week.
Thank you very much.
Jackie Harris, husband Tim, sons Sam and Alex, and her mum and dad, Barbara and Keith, are all about to make a big change. They've decided to up sticks to find a smaller community in the countryside.
Although we like the area, it's you know, it's kind of getting very built up and very suburban, and we wanted to move away where the children have got more space.
Okay.
But come Monday morning, Tim's back on the commuter drag. After 10 years, the novelty is wearing off.
We're just looking forward to a new challenge in a new environment with better schools and better air. And quite frankly, I'd be glad to see the back of this short commute that I do of 4 miles that often takes me 40 minutes.
Jackie used to join Tim on his journeys to the city, but since the arrival of her two children, she now works part-time. On her days off, she often takes Sam and Alex for visits to Granny and Grandad down the road in Ruislip. After 60-odd years here, Barbara and Keith have seen too many changes, and now they're happy to say goodbye.
It's lost all that community spirit down here now, isn't it? So
We don't know anybody anymore.
I don't really know very many people now. I used to know everybody along here, but, you know, I walk along the road and, you know, perhaps don't see a soul.
Even Keith isn't too upset at the thought of leaving. Fortunately, he can take the passion of his life with him, his birds.
Yeah, I'm quite excited about it now. Come on, boy. Come on, boys.
It seems that the time has come for both families to fly the nest.
A move like this requires a lot of coordination. In order to fund the project, the families need to sell both their homes. It's the only way they're going to raise enough cash to buy the home they want in the countryside.
Jackie and Tim bought their house 5 years ago for £162,000. Upstairs there are 3 bedrooms, the largest of which is the master, and a bathroom. Downstairs there's a lounge and a very generous family living area and kitchen. Off the hallway is a children's playroom that has recently been added.
I think this is a great 3-bedroom family home which has been really well modernised by the present owners to include this superb kitchen extension and a fantastic 150-foot garden. I think it will sell overnight. I'd put a price on between $355 and $360.
Barbara and Keith bought their 2-bedroom home 36 years ago for £3,000. It has a small bedroom, a study and master bedroom. Downstairs is a recently modernised lounge and kitchen area.
This 1930s family home should definitely sell. It has all the basics. It's got extended ground floor accommodation, 3 bedrooms, it's got double glazing, gas-fired central heating, a garage-owned drive. It would make an absolutely wonderful family home. Price, $260,000.
So, very unusual property move. I've got 2 families, and therefore, of course, you're starting off with 2 properties. So let's do you two first. Tim and Jackie, you have brilliantly sold your house already, haven't you?
We have, yes.
And how much did you get for it?
We got 358,500.
Excellent, and that puts you in a really strong position as well.
Yeah.
So now, you're kind of one stage behind, aren't you, Barbara? Because you're on the market and you've had some offers, I believe.
We have 4 offers.
So obviously we're going to have a pooled budget here. Mm-hmm. How much is each side putting in? So Jackie, how much are you?
We're basically putting in 50-50 of the total budget. So it'd be 250 from Mum and Dad and 250 from us, and then anything extra that we need to pay on top of that, we're going to take out a small mortgage, Tim and I.
Right. So we've got a grand total of 550,000 to spend. Brilliant. Okay, well this is where it starts to get a little bit more real, because I'm going to show you some properties that you could afford in your with your budget. They're all over the country. So now as we go through these, just sing out things that you like, that you don't like, so I can get an idea of your preferences.
Okay.
This is a thatched property. It's in Burbage and it's on at 450,000. It's got 4 bedrooms.
Well, thatch is something that is very pretty. It's obviously we're going to have to think about maintenance, but it's certainly it does look a very picturesque house.
Nice big
That's
sitting room.
cleaned out nicely, hasn't it?
Yeah, very nice.
Oh, I guess
Yeah,
This is great. Now we're in Lincolnshire. This is near Grantham. It's a 5-bedroom house and it's on at 485,000. So these are all very affordable with your budget. It's actually a barn conversion.
I like it. It's quite modern.
It is quite modern.
It is quite modern.
Yes.
Although we want something that's got character, I don't necessarily want something really old-fashioned and twee, and I want it to have a bit more of a modern feel.
Right, still in Lincolnshire. This is near Bourne. This is on at 495,000. It's actually got 7 bedrooms, so it's got the space, but it's all within the same building.
Right.
It looks very new. Is it a new
it's actually mid-19th century, but it's been added to since then, so it's got modern additions.
Modern wing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That would be ideal. If you can find us something like that, we'll be happy.
Right, well there is the crux, isn't it? Because obviously that's in Lincolnshire.
Yes.
Those properties are all over the country, but you have specified your area, so tell me where you'd like to move to, Jackie.
We're looking in Dorset. We haven't specified a particular village or area because what we're looking for is so unusual.
Exactly what kind of setup am I looking for?
Okay, well for us we're looking for a 4-bedroom detached property with a 2-bed annex or bungalow for Mum and Dad. We like the older character features, so something period would be nice. We don't like the modern houses.
What about the option of finding your perfect house with lots of land and potentially building something?
Yeah.
Absolutely ideal. Absolutely.
We have got quite a difficult brief to fulfil. I mean, 550,000 for one house is a decent budget, but to sort of achieve 2, and especially in quite a honeypot area, is going to be quite a tricky one. So I like a challenge, so I shall rise to it bravely. Get myself off to Dorset. I'm going to start sending you back pictures via the laptop of the houses that I'm finding. So this is the easy bit for you guys. You do sort of tabletop viewing of the properties, but hopefully I'm going to find one which we can make work for you.
Great.
Oh, that would be great.
With a budget of £550,000, the G and Harris families are looking to move to Dorset. They want a 4-bedroom house with a 2-bedroom annex or with enough land to build a 2-bedroom bungalow. They'd like period features and a village location.